What is up, guys? Phoenix here, and today we're going to be starting part 1 of our Bismuth from Steven Universe Pixel tutorial. So what we're going to do is the same old. We're going to have grass block and a coal block to start us off. So what we're going to do is just start it off by going 2 vertical, and this is going to be about 175 by 175 builds. The same old size as my usual builds, not like the Pokemon ones, but yeah, it's pretty big. So from there, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical, up and to the right, 1 single. And if you don't need to, I know some of you guys are becoming veterans at this. Like, some of you guys are getting really good at pixel art. I don't even have to post a tutorial for you guys to start some of it. You can just place your blocks like this instead of using your placement. But I suggest using placement at most times if you can remember. Anyways, from there, we're going to go up and to the right, 2 vertical, 1, 2. Up and to the right, 5 single, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And like usual, I'm just going to be shaping out the basic frame, and then I'm going to change the cameraman so that he can fit the whole thing on screen, because I don't know how big the builds are. I don't count that part out. Or I mean, I don't know how much the cameraman can see. I don't count that out. I count out how big the builds are, kind of. Anyways, from there, we're going to go up and to the right, 5 vertical, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the right, 3 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 2 vertical, 3 times in a row. So 2 vertical just like that, and we're going to do that 3 times. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. Let's get rid of these dirt blocks. Alright, now we're ready to start going into some singles, into flats to shape out the basic shoulder. And just by how big this line is coming out, I realized that I might need to slant the cameraman a little bit down and shift him over a little bit to the right, because this is just the shoulder and it was taking up so much of the build. Alright, that might be a little bit better. So now we're going to go up and to the right, 6 singles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Up and to the right, 2 flat. Up and to the right, 1 single. Up and to the right, 3 flat, 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3. Placement block. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right, 4 flat, 2 times in a row. So we have 4 flat like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Placement again. 1, 2, whoops, 2, 3, 4. And that's the first shoulder done. And now we're starting a piece of the hair. So we have like a whole nother chunk. So if you think you're running out of space, you might actually be, because we do have a lot more left. This is just the shoulder. We're going to start the center part of the chest now. I mean the left side of the face, which leads to the center part of the chest. So I'll tell you when we're about halfway, so you guys can tell when we are like at the middle of the build and if you have enough space. But other than that, you guys need like a lot of space, like 175, like I told you. And it might not even be big enough. Don't put exactly 175. It's just around that much. Anyways, from the 4 flat, we're going to go to the right, and we're going to put 1 extra there, so now it's 5. Except on the 5th block, we're going to put 1 below and 2 above. Now we can work from the top or the bottom there, because this continues the hair. I think we're going to work with the bottom so we can get the frame going. So we're going to go down and to the right from it. 3 vertical, so place some block underneath. 1, 2, 3. Down and to the right, 2 single. Down and to the right, 2 flat. Down and to the right, 2 single again. 1, 2. And now we can bring some of his suspenders to the ground. I don't think I'll be doing that yet. I think I'll start the basics of it, but that'll be about it. We're going to go down and to the right, 6 vertical. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you can put a block at the end there. I'm not going to continue bringing that to the ground. I really want to get the frame done. So we're going to go to the top of that 6 and put 1 to the right of it. So now it becomes 2 flat. From there, we're going to go down to the right, 2 flat. Down and to the right, 5 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to start curving up. This is the lowest part of his hair. And there is like a point right here that curls back up, but we're not going to do that yet, like I told you. So we're going to go, whoops, sorry about that. we're going to go from the 5 flat and go up and to the right, 1 single, up and to the right, 2 vertical, and from that 2 vertical now, we're going to start the right side of this suspender. Each side has a 1 suspender, but there's a left and a right side to the suspender. So there's going to be 4 lines. So this is the second line. So what we're going to do is to the right of these 2 vertical, we're going to put 1 block to the right of each of them. We're then going to put 1 above and 2 below. Now I marked the bottom block so we can continue with that later, but we're going to be using the top of the 5 vertical to continue the face. And we're still not halfway done with the build, so I'm beginning to think I can back up more without deleting the pixel art. I thought I was very close to it, but apparently I wasn't, so I'm going to back up a whole bunch on the cameraman, and hopefully we don't lose sight of the pixel art. Alright, that's actually a good amount backed up, so I think that's good. I thought I was this far back the whole time. Anyways, we're going to go up and to the left now, 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Up and to the left, 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. And from that 3 vertical, this is a line in his face. So we can use the top block and continue going around, which we can start off by going up and to the left 1 single. But I'll mark that. But we're not going to be doing that. We're going to continue going to the right. So we're going to find the middle block in our 3 vertical and put 1 to the right of it. We're then going to go down and to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 2 flat. Down and to the right 1 single. Down to the right 2 flat again. Down to the right 3 flat 2 times in a row. So 1, 2, 3. Placement block. 1, 2, 3. Down to the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now this is going to be the middle line of our build. So we're going to use whatever I say next is going to be the center of the build. So you want that to be kind of at the center of what you're doing. And hold on, I can't get this straightened out. There we go. So we're going to go down to the right 13 flat, and that's going to be the center of our build. So you're going to make sure that you have enough space to do like a whole nother set of arms on the right side after you do this 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and you might want to count that out again. And make sure it's 13 long. And then we can continue because we're going to be going up and to the right now. So you can put your placement block on the right side or top, 6 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easy. Up and to the right 3 flat 2 times in a row. 1, 2, whoops, 2, 3. Placement. 1, 2, 3. Up and to the right 1 single. And from that single block, we're going to put 1 to the right. We're then going to put 3 on top and 10 below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're almost at the right suspender, so we're going to be curving down and to the right. And we'll put the right suspenders 2 lines there, and then we'll continue with the shoulder work. So what I want you to do is go down to the right 1 single. Down and to the right 2 flat. 1, 2. Down to the right 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. And from the 4 flat, we can start the first line in the suspender by going to the second block right here and putting 6 going below it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. We can then go to the top of the 4 flat again and continue working on the frame. We're going to go up and to the right from there, 2 singles. 1, 2. Up and to the right 2 vertical. 1, 2. Up and to the right 16 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now from that 16, we can start one of the suspenders. We can also start one of the shoulder spots. So it's going to be 2 points we start off at. I want you to count from the bottom. We're going to count up 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And on the 5th block, we're going to put 1 to the right. Then on from the top, we're going to count down 4 blocks, and from the 4th block, we're going to put 1 to the right. So 4 blocks, 1 to the right on the 4th one. Now the bottom block can be used to start up some of the suspenders. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to put 2 on top of this one single. Then go into the bottom block again. We're going to go down and to the right, 5 vertical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can put a placement block there so we can come back to it later. Going to the top where we have the block placed next to the 4th one, we're going to put 5 more to the right of it to make it 6 long. So this is 1 block right here. And we need 5 to the right of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it should be 6 long if you were to try and measure it out. From there, we're going to go down and to the right, 4 flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down and to the right, 3 flat. 2, 3. And we're just descent for the right shoulder, which I think is a little bit less steep than the left one. So I think we should have space on it for the right-hand cameraman. So we're going to go down and to the right now. And actually, before we do that, going to the middle block, you can put 2 on top of the 3 right here, like this, creating this upside down T shape. And now we can go down and to the right, 2 flat. I'm pretty sure this is going to be used for the hair later, so I didn't really need to include it now, because when we get to that part of the hair, we'll probably bring it down. But it's nice to know we have a spot here finished. So anyways, from the 2 flat, we're going to go down and to the right, 3 flat. 1, 2, whoops, 2, 3. Down to right, 1 single. Down to right, 2 flat. Down to right, 1 single again. And so we have, what is this? 3, 2, 3, 1, 2. Then we have 1, and then we're going to down to right, 2 flat again. And we're almost at the star tattoo on his shoulder, by the way. From this 2 flat, we're going to down and to right, 2 vertical, and it's going to be at a diagonal. So this is where we start doing some verticals along with the tattoo. So first we're going to do the part of the arm, and then we'll branch out and do the tattoo later. So from the 2 vertical, we're going to go down to the right, 2 flat. And from the right block in the 2 flat, we're going to put 1 underneath it to create this slant, kind of like what we have right here before, except it's not going to be at the diagonal. It's going to be directly connected. Now what you can do is to the left of this block or underneath this block to start the tattoo off, we're going to have 5 going straight down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like that. And we can come back to that later, but we're going to be working with the end over here to continue the arm. So let's go down and to the right now, 2 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2. 1, 2. Down and to the right, 3 vertical. Down and to the right, 4 vertical, 2 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down and to the right, 6 single. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now to finish off by touching down on the ground, we're going to go down to the right, 2 vertical. Down to right, 1 single. Down to right, 2 vertical again. And for the final block, we're just going down to right, 1 single, and it should touch on the ground. And everything fit on screen just barely, which is pretty funny to me. So I like that. And oops, my camera started moving forward. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. So that's the entire frame from left to right. So if you can manage to fit that on your map and your height limit isn't in danger, then you should be fine building the rest of this pixel art. But let's finish up the shoulder before we end for today, because I just wanted to do the basic frame before we move into the rest of the head and then details, which is like how I like to split up the pixel arts. So for the shoulder, we're going to go to where we had the 5 vertical for the tattoo. We're going to go down into the left, 1 single. Down into the left, 2 flat. We're then going to go to the right block in the 2 flat and put 1 below it. From there, we're going to go down into the right, 3 singles. 1, 2, 3. Down to right, 7 vertical now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And from the 7 vertical, we're going to go to the bottom of it. We're going to count up 2 blocks. So 1, 2. And we actually could count up the third one as well, because the second and third block is going to get 1 to the right of it. Then going to the top of those, we're going to up and to the right 2 single, and this should lock out the shape with like a half star shaped tattoo, which you can see from the thumbnail of the video. It's like a star tattoo. We're then going to go down to right from there, where we have this 4 vertical right before the 6 singles. And from the 4 vertical on the bottom block, we're going to put 1 to the left. From that 1 to the left, we're going to add 2 below it. We're then going to go down into the left 3 vertical. 1, 2, 3. We're then going to go to the middle block into 3 vertical and put 1 to the right. And then go up and to the right 2 flat. And that's it for the star tattoo. Now next time we're going to be working on more of the face, and once we're done with that, we can start from the bottom and work our way up with detail. So we can start from the chest and do the little gem thing, the suspenders. He does have a line in his arm over here for like an armpit, but we're going to work our way up. So hopefully you did enjoy this little part 1 where we set up the basic frame. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. I will be releasing the other parts soon. I have to film them, of course, because this is not like filmed all at once. But hopefully you did enjoy. This is Phoenix, and as always, I will see you guys later. Bye.